Game of Thrones fans think Azor Ahai prophecy reveals Season 8 ending. **** warning spoilers ahead. As the Game of Thrones finale is just around the corner, fans are eager to find out who will take the Iron Throne. And while searching for answers in all the theories swirling around the internet, there is one prophecy that everyone keeps coming back to: the prince that was promised. Throughout the fantasy saga, it has been believed that the warrior Azor Ahai would be reincarnated and take down the Long Night by killing the Night King. Many thought this was fulfilled after Arya Stark, played by Maisie Williams, plunged her sword into the villain's heart when protecting her brother Bran, played by Isaac Hempstead Wright. However, there's another theory circulating the web, that Daenerys Targaryen Emilia Clarke is actually the last antagonist of the show, and needs to be killed in order for the prophecy to come true. In A Clash of Kings, Melisandre tells Sir Davos there will come a day after a long summer when the stars bleed and the cold breath of darkness falls heavy on the world. In this dread hour, a warrior shall draw from the fire a burning sword. And that sword shall be Littebjörnr, the red sword of heroes, and he who clasps it shall be Azor Ahai come again, and the darkness shall flee before him. And as fans were led to believe that the Littebjörnr was Arya, many pointed out the fact her Valyrian steel dagger was not a flaming sword. With this in mind, viewers have been left to believe that Daenerys is the monster who needs to be taken down, after she was last seen flying over Westeros on her dragon, killing thousands of innocent bystanders in a savage massacre. The prince that was promised prophecy is now thought to see the end of the Queen's reign. Stephen King defends Game of Thrones as fan petition calls for Season 8 to be remade. Game of Thrones Natalie Emmanuel mocks viewers over Grey Worm sex scene. Game of Thrones star confirms Grey Worm has a penis as he addresses insulting petition. And while Arya could be the one to murder the Mother of Dragons after she rode off into the distance on her horse, we are kind of hoping it would be her nephew and lover Jon Snow that will do the deed. We only have 2 more sleeps until we find out, as Game of Thrones Season 8 finale airs Sunday on HBO, Sky Atlantic, and if you've got a story, video, or pictures, get in touch with the metro.co.uk entertainment team by emailing us, calling 020-3615-2145 or by visiting We'd love to hear from you. Ads keep our content free for everyone. Please note that the Interactive Advertising Bureau IAB describes online personalized advertising through the below definitions. We put the storage of information, or access to information that is already stored, on your device, such as accessing advertising identifiers and / or other device identifiers, and / or using cookies or similar technologies. The collection and processing of information about your use of this site to subsequently personalize advertising for you in other contexts, i.e. on other sites or apps, over time. Typically, the collection of information, in combination with previously collected information, to select and deliver advertisements for you, and to measure the delivery and effectiveness of such advertisements. This includes using the collection of information, in combination with previously collected information, to select and deliver content for you, and to measure the delivery and effectiveness of such content. This includes using the collection of information about your use of the content, in combination with previously collected information, used to measure, understand, and report on your usage of the content. Ads keep our content free for everyone. We use additional third-party advertising companies who serve ads to help keep content free. For these partners, you will continue to receive advertising, however, it may not be tailored to your likely interests. Well, check in with you. Great. Thanks for choosing. You have opted out from our advertising partners.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot bar. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open part.